Hey everybody, welcome back. We are now going to get a world-class demonstration here on how to golf from two of the golf world's finest, Mike Van Sickle and of course Dustin Schwab. Now you can see our set's been adjusted. We're not going to sit down and talk. They're going to actually do a little instructional thing here. So Michael, why don't you lead us off, my man?
Yeah, I think every amateur golfer winds up in the sand at some point and are very frustrated. It takes probably a couple shots to get out of there sometimes. What's the best way to approach getting out of the sand?
The first thing you need to do, most people tend to set up square and just set up like a normal shot with their club face closed. Actually, the thing you want to do is set up a little bit more open and open the face almost completely open as you can, and it'll help let the club get through the ball better. You actually want to aim, I personally aim about an inch behind the ball and just try to, old trick is take a dollar bill size little divot out of the sand.
Dollar bill. Michael, all right, why don't you show him how to do it here? Yeah. Michael's the expert, it seems like. Don't break the set or anything. Don't go crazy.
Don't hit any of us in the face either.
Just kind of open it up.
Yeah, you know, open up your stance, open up your feet a little bit.
Look at that grip.
Open up the face. There you go.
And just bring it through like that.
Perfect.
Pretty solid.
You're ready to play. Sign him up.
You guys got a spot on the team for him?
There's always a spot for a good golfer.
Yeah.
Now, Mike, I've noticed a lot of tough shots in golf come just off the green when you're in really thick rough, and especially you got pins downhill. Something like that. How's your approach? Hit a ball, goes maybe just long over the green in really thick rough. How do you get out of there?
Right. Usually, what the shot that you're describing that the golfer needs to hit is a little. We call it like a little mini flop, because you're not trying to hit a big towering flop shot. But you need to hit one that's going to go up in the air and land about 5 feet in front of you, kind of come out softly. So what you're going to do here is, again, it's a little bit similar to a bunker shot. You're going to open your feet up and open the face up as well. You're going to aim the face of the club at the pin, and then you're going to take a little mini, what do you do, almost like a bunker shot, and you're going to swing it down your foot line, and your foot line is going to be aimed a good 20 feet left of the pin, but your face is going to be aimed at the pin. Right. So you're going to hit it out, and you're going to come across it, but swinging down your foot line, which is way left, and the ball's just going to come kind of pop straight up and come down softly.
Give it a try, man.
I'm southpaw, but a little tough here. But
you're going to open your stance way up, but the club face is still going to be aimed at the pin.
All right.
And you swing down your foot line. Well, pretty close.
Yeah. All right.
Too bad you can't hit a couple balls in there.
Yeah, I mean, just bounce off the cameras and be good. This stuff's chump change, worth chump change anyways. All right, well, once you chip up there and you're onto the green, and you get up and set up the putt, what's the proper foot distance that you should be? I mean, are you really wide and narrow? What do you guys? I mean, what's the proper distance your feet are apart?
I'm basically shoulder width apart almost at all times. That's pretty standard. Some people like to be a little bit in windier conditions. It's actually good to open up or be a little bit wider so you're more sturdy.
Nice.
So. And you see guys like Padraig Harrington. He especially. He's known for his big, wide stance. Looks like he's a gymnast out there about to do a split, and he's got one of these going. And he showed at the British Open and the PGA this year that doesn't really matter what you do as long as it works for you.
Yeah.
So
he's one of the most solid putters on tour this whole year. So really, I mean, it kind of switches up. The grips are different. What do you guys? What's your personal putting grip?
I actually am a cross-handed. Keep the left hand low. It helps keep my left shoulder down, keep me through the putt.
Yeah, I actually had my freshman spring year going in that summer. I had the yips.
Yeah.
So I went to sports psychologists, and I was looking for anything, moving the change from my right pocket to my left pocket. But I actually putt with the claw, which is a little. Chris DeMarco is kind of famous. Yeah. So it's the left hand on top, and you kind of come in with your right hand, 2 fingers on top, 2 fingers behind it, and it just kind of sits right between your thumb and pointing finger, and. It's worked out real well for me. It kind of takes the smaller muscles in your wrist out of the stroke, which is kind of where you get the yips from.
Right.
So it's more shoulders and forearms, which are your kind of bigger, stronger muscles, than your wrist muscles, which are kind of easier to wind up manipulating.
Wow. So every little tip can help out there. And who ended up helping you, getting that little claw form?
Actually, my dad, he's been clawing it for a while.
Man.
Exactly. And I have a friend who I always play with. He plays for Villanova.
Yeah.
He was clawing it too. It's like, I might as well try it out. It's working for those two guys. So.
Yeah. And when did you start with the cross-hand? Is that something you grew up with?
Actually, yeah. I had some putting issues similar to Mike's last year during the golf season. And I was just trying everything. And this got into a good routine. That's the main, very important part of putting, just stay in a good routine. And this seemed to work, so I've been using it since about last April. So.
All right, well, hey, guys, you got the Cardinal Classic coming up. We wish you the best of luck. We thank you so much for coming on, Mike, Dustin, Mike, and Michael. You guys, it's been great. Another great episode of The Locker Room. Again, you're our source for Marquette, everything, athletes, athletics. I'm Brad Galley. For everyone else here, good night and have a great evening, Marquette.